I've been working on this project for months and I am so excited to finally be able to show you the entire process, start to finish, of making a wax carved and cast sterling silver raven skull pendant. That was a lot of words to speak at once, but we're gonna start with the wax carving portion, and I immediately stabbed myself, like almost instantly got blood all over the tools. When Kate Wolf says her tools are sharp, she's not lying. But they're also absolutely epic wax carving tools, so I don't even mind if they stab me sometimes. I cut my wax into a vague skull shape and heated up my not Kate Wolf tools to smooth the edges before attempting to draw a skull in 3D but on flat planes and then chisel that away. This is a really weird thing for my brain to process. At this point, I've done a few different types of wax carving vibes where you're like making reliefs or like just vague abstract shapes, but this one was the most like intentional 3D, this has to look like a real thing that I've made, so there was a lot of pressure, and also I cut myself again. It was at this point that I realized maybe I was accidentally making an eagle skull, not a raven skull, because eagles have shorter, fatter beaks and ravens have longer, skinnier ones, so I added a bit of extra wax to extend that a bit. And then I moved on to carving something for the stone to sit in. It's a dendritic opal, by the way, and I think it's really quite gorgeous. The original plan was just to have like two feather things holding the stone in place, but I'm going to tell you honest, it ended up a lot more female anatomy than I had planned, and I'm really not sad about that. I think it's very witchy and epic. I mounted the skull on a wax tree for bronze casting so that I could make a mold of it, and I used 2 parts silicone and then a little injector here to make a whole bunch of little wax skulls, because I knew after all that work carving it, I didn't want to potentially risk it dying in the silver and never seeing it again. I cleaned up one of the injected skulls and added a little loop for a bail, and then cast all of that and a few other things in silver after investing it. And when I tell you that this is so much money in silver, I'm not lying. It's physically painful, but hey, it's cool looking and it's a really fun project. I soldered a little chain just to connect the 2 layers, and this is how it looks all polished up and set. I admittedly have a lot of favorite things I've ever made, but damn, this one might be the favorite thing I've ever made. What do you think about the final result?